channel. Today we're going to be reviewing these two Morphe palettes. This is the Bronzed Mocha palette and this is the Copper Spice. So we both picked up the Bronzed Mocha palette, so we're going to talk about that one first.
These are $17 by the way.
Yeah, $17, and they have number names too. So this is the 25B. So B like Bronzed Mocha, and 25 because there's 25 shades. So we were really excited about these. They launched, I want to say November, December.
Yeah, it was right before Christmas.
It was right before Christmas, and they sold out so fast we couldn't get our hands on them, sadly. We live in Los Angeles, so we went to the Morphe store repeatedly, and they were out of stock, and it was such a bummer. But we were like, okay, well, like if they ever come back, we're gonna get them. So they recently were restocked, I want to say 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Are they still on the website?
I don't know.
We'll check on that.
I don't think so. They're in store
But
though.
they are in store. So I went to the Morphe store and I picked up 2 Bronzed Mochas, 1 Copper Spice because Britta wanted both. And we've been using these for about a week.
Yeah.
And we have opinions. So first of all, let's talk about the pigmentation.
Well, first we're going to go over the Bronzed Mocha because they are different.
Yeah.
So we'll go over
review for this first. So pigmentation wise, these are sadly a little disappointing. We love the Kathleen Lights Morphe palette and the pigmentation on those shadows is phenomenal. So this one was the one released after that. So you would think that they would have the same quality, but unfortunately, it's a little lackluster.
This one is more similar to the 350 palette, I would say, as far as pigmentation goes. The Kathleen Lights palette is super blendable and there's follow, but they're really like buttery shadows, and this is very similar to the 350 where they're a little more chalky.
So when you look at it, there's a lot of mattes in the palette, and I love matte shadows, so that was something that actually excited me. But when you swatch them, like all the cooler tone ones, you probably can't see, they swatch pretty nice, but then when you like put them on your hand, like I don't know, they just look a little patchy, and they just don't look like shadows that you want to use every day.
Yeah, and more so the lighter shades as well. Like the deeper shades, like this row, it's actually really nice, like this berry color.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very pigmented and blends really nice. But these mattes up here, like they're just not very pigmented, and so they're a little bit harder to blend because you have to put more shadow on. It's just kind of a process.
I actually think that they're not terrible to blend, but yeah, like Britta said, I've been using this shade, which another issue, it's like the only transition shade in the whole palette, but this orangey shade and then this shade in my crease every day, just like a quick go-to look, and I have to apply so much of this orange crease color to get even like a normal amount of pigment, and it blends pretty nice, but then you're just applying so much, it kind of takes like an everyday look and makes it something really difficult to pull off when you want a palette that you can just like open up and apply your shadows and be out the door and like quick, you know? And so I just don't think that this is that palette.
But the shimmers, I will say, are very nice, and I think they're on par with the Kathleen Lights shimmers.
Yeah, I agree.
They're very creamy, and you can probably even see, like this one I used with Fix Plus, and when you add Fix Plus to the brush and dip in, they almost turn into a cream shadow. So they apply really nicely on the lid. You can stick another shimmer on top, like in the center, to add some more definition. So I really do love the shimmers, but as you can see, there are only 6.
Yeah, this row and then this one. I'm wearing this one on my lid today, and yeah, like it's really pigmented and pretty, but again, like that's only one row, and then you have all these mattes. Another issue I have, and it is 25 shades, so I understand you have to like fill up the palette, but these colors down here, like there's so many deep colors in this palette, and I just think like who's gonna use that many deep colors in a look? Like I wish there was some more like lighter shades, because you really only have like this, I mean these 4 shades are like the only light shades, and you have all these super intense deep colors. They're beautiful. I think I can do a lot of looks like this in the fall, but again, like I just don't use deep colors on a day-to-day basis, so I wish there was some lighter colors to balance out the deep ones.
For sure. And the packaging though, it's definitely a step up from the old packaging.
I really like this packaging.
Like they used to have the black lid that said Morphe on it, and it's a little bit gaudy, and then you can't really tell which palette it is because they're all the same size, like the big 350 ones. So this is really beautiful because you can see what palette it is, you can see all the shades, and so it makes me want to grab it like more often than the other Morphe palettes I have, because I'm like, I don't even know which one that is, so I'm not gonna like take the time. So I hope hope that they do this type of palette moving forward, for sure.
Me too. I think 25 shades is a little too much for me still. I really like the Kathleen, how many is in there?
Oh, I forget.
It might be like 12 or 16. I can't really remember, but I like how it's like smaller. And yeah, if you're debating on what Morphe palette to pick up, the Kathleen palette is still our all-time favorite. And we're not returning these, but because I still have been using like a few colors every day and it works pretty well. But I mean, honestly, I might just skip it.
Yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing. If you are looking for a smaller palette, I really love the 12NB palette. I don't use that one enough. I think the mattes in there are maybe even a little bit better than in here. And there's a good mix of mattes and shimmers. And I think, well, there's 12 because it's the 12NB palette. So that's a really good alternative as well.
Yeah, and oh, another issue. So there's a black in here and it's actually, I think it's pretty pigmented.
Yeah.
Swatched it.
I mean, we have...
it's like a dark brown, actually.
Yeah, so we have their black single shadow, and that one's actually really good.
Yeah, but then there's no, like, matte cream, because these two up here are kind of a little shimmery. They're kind of satin, and they're not very pigmented. Like, I tried to use it as a brow bone highlight, and it just didn't really show up on my skin. So, again, I really like a matte cream shade in any palette I purchase, and it's just kind of disappointing. Sorry, that's just another little tidbit I wanted to throw out there.
We'll do some swatches, like a few shimmers and a few mattes at the end, so you can kind of get a good feel and compare the two. Moving on to the Copper Spice palette. This one is the 25A. So this one I actually wasn't as excited about because they look so similar to the 350, but we knew we were going to do a video reviewing these palettes, and so I was like, I'll just get them both, and hopefully I really like this one since I have so many warm tone palettes like this. And we were both more excited for the Bronzed Mocha. And I actually think this one is a little bit better quality than the Bronzed Mocha. And to me that kind of makes sense because I feel like Morphe's known for like the 350 and they do a lot of warm tone shades. So maybe they've perfected those shades and then the Bronzed Mocha was full of new shades for them. So I kind of understand, but at the same time I kind of wish that they were on par with each other. This one is kind of similar, like a similar setup. It has like 6 really shimmery shades down here. I used it on my eyes today. And I think that these mattes are just a little bit better. I feel like they're a little more pigmented. They blended really well together. They're not as chalky, but there is so much fallout. Like, if you've ever used Anastasia shadows, those are super pigmented and there's fallout because they're so soft and buttery. But these aren't very buttery, but there's still a lot of fallout. So that kind of bothers me because I'm like, if it's gonna be like really messy when you're putting it on your eye, you at least want it to look really good. And these don't look great. They're just good, I would say. So I do really like this more. And these shimmery shades are really beautiful. Jaclyn Hill like talked about these palettes on her Snapchat a while ago, and she always swatched like these ones, and they are so beautiful. Like, I mean, like, you can kind of see. Let's see.
That one is really nice.
Yeah, I used this on my eye today, and it's beautiful. It's like a true fire copper color, and it's the perfect amount of shimmer. It's not glittery. It's super pigmented. So I will say, like, the shimmers in this palette are pretty outstanding. And there is a black in this one actually too. That's really black. So I do think this one's better than the Bronzed Mocha, and I'll probably be reaching for it more.
Which, yeah, is disappointing because, like we said, we really liked the shades in this because they were kind of more cool toned and more unique as a palette as a whole, and that's like something we've seen from Morphe.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess they did it better.
And there is like this weird like glittery shade down here that I'll never use. It's like a black with glitter in it. Like, that's just kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, this one's better. So if you're gonna get one of the two, I'd probably recommend this one, the Copper Spice. But maybe they'll reformulate. Like, I really hope they come out with more palettes like this because, like we said, we love the packaging. Like, these colors are so beautiful and unique. So they're not bad palettes, but they're not great. But for $17, I would still maybe recommend this one at least.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching this review video.
Here are some swatches for you.